Good morning, class. I'm Christine Rodriguez, your teacher for today. How are you, class? Good to hear that you are all fine. Okay, since we are all in now, let's start our lesson. But before that, do you want to play, class? Nice! We will play the guessing game. It is a game wherein you will just try to guess what would be the picture on the screen. Here is the first picture. Okay, what is this, class? Awesome! This is a mouse. What about this one? Outstanding! This is a cake. This one? Very good! This is a group of mouse. But is there another specific answer? Much better. Actually, that is a family of mouse. Lastly, what is this? Excellent. This is a cat. Thank you everyone for actively participating in our activity. So, how did you find it? Oh yes, it was nice and very interesting. After our activity, what do you think will be our topic for today? Yes, it's all about animals. You have a point, but I wanted some more specific idea. Your point is very broad, but it has some connection to our topic. Keep on trying, class. Anyone? Good thinking. It's a story. But try to be more specific about it. Try to combine both ideas to come up with it. Let me hear your voice. Exactly. It's a fable. I know that you are all aware for our new lesson, and this is all about fables. Specifically, the fable of the hungry mouse, a Panchatantra's fable. Before we start our lesson, let me share our objectives for today. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to identify the elements of the story, appreciate the moral lesson of the story, and construct a story utilizing the elements of a story. The tales of Panchatantra perhaps are the oldest stories known in the literature of India. Some believe that the fables of Panchatantra are as old as Rig Veda. Panch means 5 and Tantra refers to codes of conduct. These stories were largely based on animal characters, making it very interesting for children. These are moral-based and are organized into 5 books on such topics as winning friends, losing property, waging war, and others. I have prepared here a video for you to view and analyze. But before that, let me discuss first some elements of the story that you will ponder later on. This is from the website of users.aber.ac.uk. This will be our source where we will get the background information and quick facts about the 5 elements of a story. The first element, we have character. It is a person or sometimes even an animal who takes part in the action of a short story, fable, or other literary work. Second element, we have setting. Setting of a short story is the time and place in which it happens. Authors often use descriptions of landscape, scenery, buildings, seasons, or weather to provide a strong sense of setting. Third, we have the plot. It is a series of events and character actions that relate to the central conflict, whether it's told, written, filmed, or sung. The plot is the story and more specifically, how the story develops, unfolds, and moves in time. As you can see, we have a picture here from Pinterest. It is the plot diagram. It looks like a pyramid. We have the 5 elements of the plot diagram. First, exposition. It is the beginning of the story where characters and setting are introduced. Next, we have the rising action. It is where the main character faces a series of conflicts. Third, we have climax, the most exciting part of the story, when we learn the outcome. Next, falling action. It is the event leading to the end of the story. Lastly, we have resolution. It is the end of this story. Fourth element, which is the conflict. It is a struggle between 2 people or things in a short story. The main character is usually on one side of the central conflict. We have here the 4 types of conflict. First, person against self. Next, person against person. Third, person against society. And last, person against nature. Next is the theme. It is the central idea or belief in a short story. But put in mind that theme and moral are overlapping concepts with minor differences. Theme is the central idea of a text that is implied by the author several times in a book, while moral is the message or the lesson that the author wants readers to get from the story. With this, let me share with you class the fable of the hungry mouse. All ears.
The Hungry Mouse. Once upon a time in a village lived a family of mouse. One of those mouses, named Billy, had a great craving for food. Eating and sleeping were his only daily activities. In spite of eating a lot, Billy never felt satisfied. Because of his perennial craving for food, his family members were very worried for him.
Son, stop eating in excess, else you'll harm yourself.
Don't worry, Mom. Nothing bad will happen.
Next day, Billy's friend Willie came to invite him to his birthday party.
Hello, my friend. It's my birthday tomorrow. Do come to my birthday party.
Sure, friend. I will definitely come.
Willie went back to his home. A day after, Billy went to Willie's birthday party. Way before the guests arrived, Billy couldn't resist eating the cake and almost finished it. All the guests were infuriated. They told him to leave the party.
You didn't leave anything for us?
Please go away.
You are so gluttonous.
Saddened by the incident, Billy went back to his home. But he experienced no change in his habit. A day after, another friend of Billy came to meet him.
Hey, Billy, let's hit the farms. The soil of the farmers is very fertile these days. We will be having plenty to eat today. Great news. It will be fun. Let's go.
Billy and his friend went to the farms with rest of their companions. Everyone quickly savored everything and satisfied their appetite. But Billy yearned for more and continued eating. Seeing this, his friend said,
Come on, Billy. Eat fast. We have to go. Calm down. What's the need to hurry? First, let me eat and burp out loud. Then we will go.
Billy started eating again. His friend again interrupted him and said,
Please, be fast. Okay.
All of a sudden, everyone started running.
Run,
guys, run!
The
stupid cat has arrived!
All the mouses ran fast. But Billy couldn't do the same, as he had overeaten a lot. He walked slowly and pleaded to his friends.
Please, wait for me.
After that, Billy's foot got stuck. As he tried to set his foot free, the cat approached him.
Ha 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 ha! Who will save you today? I'm going to savor a king-size meal.
Billy got his foot released and somehow managed to run. The cat also started running after Billy. Soon, Billy reached near his house.
Thank God! I'm almost home.
Billy slowed down as he felt relieved, unintentionally giving the cat the idle time to chase him. As Billy entered his house, he got stuck at the entrance. Billy had become so bloated due to overeating that he wasn't able to enter even his own house. Other mouses in the house started pulling Billy in, whereas the cat tried to pull Billy out through his tail. Billy cried out loud.
Ow! Ow!
The cat didn't let go of the tail and continued to pull Billy out. After continuous ruffle, Billy's tail disjointed and the cat fell backward. The mouses somehow pulled Billy in. After this incident, Billy realized his mistake and controlled his perennial craving for food.
Did you get the story? Superb! Now, who are the characters in the fable? You got it right. They are Billy, the main character who has a perennial craving for food. He is stubborn and sleeps all day. He never felt satisfied. Cat, he is a stupid cat who tried to eat Billy. Mother, Billy's mother who tried to warn and stop him for eating too much. Willie, Billy's friend who invited him to his birthday party. Other mice, Billy's family and other friends. Moving on, what do you think is the setting of the story? Awesome! It is in Billy's house, Billy's friends during the party, and at the farm. What have you noticed in the fable? What is the plot? As we have discussed, we have the pyramid of plot. Good job, class. You have just mastered it. Exposition. Among the mice, Billy had a great craving for food. Eating and sleeping were his only daily activities. Rising action. All the mice ran fast, but Billy couldn't do the same as he had overeaten a lot. He walked slowly and pleased to his friends. Climax. As Billy entered his house, he got stuck at the entrance. Falling action. Cat tried to pull Billy out through his tail and the mice somehow pulled Billy in. Resolution. Billy realized his mistake and controlled his perennial craving for food. Next element is conflict. What do you think is the conflict of the fable? Good thinking. It is person against self. Last element is the theme. What do you think could it be? Take note, as I have mentioned a while ago, theme and moral lesson have a minor difference. What could be the theme? I know you could do it. That's right. The theme is greed or greediness. You understood that although wanting more is not necessarily a bad thing, however, wanting more and more and more and more is a wicked act. It should not turn into greed and hurting others and even yourself. Okay, next, what is the moral lesson of the story? You haven't missed a thing. Yes, it is excess of everything is bad. Keep up the good work, class. It seems that you became more knowledgeable in identifying the elements of a short story. Get your smartphone and open our Google Classroom. You will have 5-item quiz through Quizlet. Click the touch link for you to access it. Now, you are all done. Very good. And for today's main activity, go back to our Google Classroom because I will send the link of Google Form momentarily. The test is limited for only 15 minutes. The form will be automatically closed and will not accept any responses after the allotted time. Direction: share your appreciation and try to apply the moral lesson from the story The Hungry Mouse to your life. What do you think will happen if you did it or not? Write it in one paragraph. Okay, time starts now. Class, your time is up. Did you submit your forms? Very good. As I read one of your output, you seem truly appreciate it. For your assignment, construct a very simple short story. You just remember that the elements of the short story must be explicitly included. Turn it in our Google Classroom. The rubric will be sent to our group chat. Hoping that you have learned something today. Thank you, class, and God bless. Goodbye!